Want this smooth oscillate plus fractal shake in Alight motion? Here's the preview of the shake. To do this, follow these simple steps. Step 1, add your clips. Step 2, tap on the plus icon and choose this option and select the null layer for the moments for the clips. Step 3, after adding the null layer, duplicate the null layers. Then link your clips to null layers and add moments to your clips according to your needs. Step 4. After adding movements to your clips, tap on the clip and go to Effects section and add Tiles effect. Then enable Mirror option, and then add Oscillate effect. Change the angle to 90, and select frequency and add 2 keyframes. First keyframe's value is 16 Hz and the second keyframe's value is 0. And add this graph to faster oscillation. And now for the magnitude, repeat the same process by adding 2 keyframes. And then the first keyframe's value is 790 and the second is 0. Do the same graph as before. Note, the value 0 of magnitude is placed after 3 frames after the value 0 of frequency, and the rest of the settings stays the same, no changes. Then, tap on the 3 dots and duplicate the oscillate effect. After duplicating the effect, add a new oscillate effect and do the same, but at the end of the clip, angle is 90, and the first keyframe of frequency with 16 Hz's value goes to last frame of the clip, and the second keyframe of the frequency is placed after 5 frame, after the first keyframe, and add the graph. And press this option to reverse the graph. And duplicate this one too. Then add effect, exposure, gamma. The exposure setting are, the first keyframe value is 0.7 and the second keyframe value is 0. Place the keyframe just like the frequency of the oscillate effect. And add the third graph. Do the process again, but at the end of the clip, add exposure, gamma effect. And then the first keyframe value should be -0.7 placed at the end of the clip. And the second keyframe value is 0 and placed 5 frames after the first keyframe. And add the third graph and reverse it. With this oscillate and exposure, gamma is done. Now for the fractal warp effect. Now add the fractal warp effect. And then select the position for y-axis. Then add 2 keyframes, one at the start of the clip and one at the end of the clip. The first keyframes of y-axis is 1200 and the last keyframe's value is 0. Then add steps graph and do this. This will allow for smooth warp effect. Now select parallax. Just add the value of y-axis to -1000. Then select magnitude and set the value for -0.01. And then select detail, set its value to 3.6. Then scroll down and enable screen space. Then set octaves to 5. Change the position of the fractal warp to second. Add motion blur at last. And change its position to third. And copy and paste motion blur to the other clip with its position as second. With this, smooth oscillate plus fractal shake is done. And now export the clips. Here's the final result.